I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao. Remember, he got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king. Did it happen? Absolutely not. Was he easy? Absolutely.
Did you want a rematch with Floyd?
It's up to him if he's going to fight.
You would even fight him today?
Even here.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd, Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there, in the ring, fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated. My
yeah, you got an operation. Yeah. I remember you posted it.
$109, this will do more than the Tyson Jake Paul fight. This will do like 150, 200 million. No, it's not pay-per-view.
Netflix, would do good.
200 million people, 150.
Good, good thing Netflix is getting involved, man. Fucking putting up a lot of money for the guys.
Yeah.
Picture opening your eyes to news that feels unreal. Mark the date, September 19th, 2026. The venue is the Las Vegas Sphere, hosting an officially approved professional rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. This isn't an exhibition with protective headgear or inflated gloves meant to soften the action. It's a sanctioned bout that counts, with history at stake. Mayweather's flawless 50-0 record is once again in play, and the entire combat sports community is in a frenzy. The spectacle of two boxing legends, both in their late 40s, topping a worldwide Netflix event, has ignited intense discussion everywhere. Some see it as a grand celebration for two all-time greats taking a final bow, while others suspect there may be a more troubling and urgent motive driving this blockbuster showdown.
Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are fighting each other September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Yes, you have heard that right. No, you have not gone back a decade into a time machine. This is actually happening. Floyd Mayweather, who celebrates his 49th birthday tomorrow, will step into the ring as a near 50-year-old man against 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Again, this thing going down in just a couple of months from now at the Sphere. A rematch of the May 2nd, 2015 super fight, a fight that was dubbed the fight of the century. Of course, Floyd Mayweather won that fight by unanimous decision. After the fight, Manny Pacquiao would later say or reveal that he had suffered an injury and was far less than 100% when he stepped into that ring. Well, now we're about to find out here now, 11 plus years later, who is truly the better fighter. Perhaps the most shocking part of this entire deal is that this is not another one of those exhibition fights. Look, Floyd Mayweather retired in August of 2017 after he beat Conor McGregor. And we have seen him in the ring, but never risking that perfect, that pristine 50-0 record. That is until now, because this is a professional bout, meaning if Floyd loses, the perfect record is kaput. It is done. And that means a lot for him to be undefeated. There are very few fighters out there who have gone through their entire career with an unblemished record, but Floyd Mayweather happens to be one of those.
The location by itself is enough to leave people stunned. For the first time ever, the Las Vegas Sphere will stage a boxing event, creating a historic blend of cutting-edge technology and raw combat. Netflix is counting on the arena's massive wraparound display to produce a viewing experience unlike anything audiences have witnessed before. The company is making a bold move into live sports, signaling that it isn't satisfied with sharing the market. It intends to dominate it. By scrapping the traditional pay-per-view system and offering the fight directly to subscribers worldwide, the streaming giant is positioning the event in front of tens of millions of viewers. Yet beyond the dazzling production and multi-billion-dollar corporate alliances, one pressing question continues to surface among fans. Why is this happening right now?
Be a real fight. It's not an exhibition fight. It's going to be a real sanctioned fight Whoever wins, this win will be added to their official pro fight record. But in terms of the weight and the rounds, nothing's been worked out yet. I believe they're still figuring out things or still negotiating how many rounds it's going to be and at what weight, even though I hear whispers of a potential catch weight given the amount of time Floyd has been out of the ring. All right, you guys, so you got the preliminary details, but let's go ahead and deep dive in this and get a little more into it. First off, my initial reaction to this news is very mixed. On one end, the cynical side of me goes, wait, what? Why? They fought the first time, okay? Like that chapter was closed. We got a definitive winner. It was Floyd. Floyd definitively won. The fight wasn't as competitive as we all thought it was. And that's that, right? Even though Manny did say after the fight that he suffered a shoulder injury prior to that and that he couldn't really use his shoulder too much. But, it's a strange time that we're in right now in boxing with some of these fights that were...
Online sleuths quickly began piecing together their own explanations, and a bold theory has started dominating spaces like Reddit and X. A segment of devoted fans insists this has little to do with cementing history. Speculation is spreading that Mayweather's extravagant way of living, private planes, sprawling estates, and an ever-growing collection of luxury cars demands a relentless stream of revenue. Talk of a strategic payday has taken over countless comment threads. Doubters argue that putting an unblemished, era-defining, unbeaten record on the line at nearly 50 years old only makes sense if the financial reward is too substantial to pass up. Some critics dismiss the event as a carefully engineered wave of nostalgia designed to draw money from supporters who remember both fighters at the height of their dominance.
All right, Bo, if you haven't heard, Floyd Mayweather coming back into the league. He is going to be fighting Tyson and a exhibition fight on Netflix, and then he is, according to break news, retiring to get back into the boxing game. What'd you make of this news?
First of all, there's no way you're getting me to watch Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition. Like that just doesn't even make any sense, right? Like Jake Paul, I was really hoping Mike, like not in an illegal way, but if Jake Paul would have died, I'm sure someone would have been sad. Anyway, I know Mike can't do that to Floyd Mayweather, right?
Of course.
Like I'm fully aware that he can't do that to Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to watch Floyd Mayweather dotting Mike's. I don't know what I'm watching this for.
It feels like elder abuse for both parties.
Yeah. Like I don't. What that feels like, and we understand this about Mike, but it's insane about Floyd, especially combined with the idea that he will be unretiring. It just feels like two dudes who need the money. And there's no way Floyd Mayweather needs the money, right? Right? Like
we're gonna find out how much he needs the money.
Yeah, I mean, and
we're gonna find out. If we get Mayweather Pacquiao 2,
because we know.
Here's where the storyline shifts dramatically. A large segment of boxing fans believes this second meeting could deliver far more excitement than their widely debated 2015 encounter. That bout was praised by purists for its defensive precision, yet many casual viewers walked away disappointed by the lack of exchanges. Now a theory spreading rapidly online suggests something very different will unfold. The argument is straightforward. Neither fighter still possesses the explosive reflexes or swift footwork that once allowed them to glide around the ring for 12 rounds. Time has slowed them down. With diminished reactions and less mobility, avoiding danger may no longer be an option. Instead of circling endlessly, they could be compelled to remain in close range, engage directly, and trade meaningful shots. What used to resemble a fast-paced chess match may transform into a rugged, inside battle, not by strategy, but because their bodies no longer permit anything else.
1.
Advantage, disadvantage. Age, you know, right? I put even. They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, you know, with Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been the naturally better puncher. Not the naturally bigger guy, though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural punch was always Pacquiao. He gets a check. Speed. Who gets the edge there? Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, I mean, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both the check. No advantage. Defense. Well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. I mean, Pacquiao gets hit more, but, you know, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather's the man there. Conditioning. Hey, Floyd lives clean. He always seems to be in shape, never far off his weight. Pacquiao, well, he's the only one who's had a camp, a serious camp, fight camp, with the Barrios fight. I give him a little edge. Check for him. X factors. Well, it's a rematch, right? Mayweather won it first. He's got to have maybe a little edge mentally, you know, as far as confidence, belief.
Not everyone is convinced by the excitement, and some of the sharpest critiques are coming from within Floyd's own circle. His uncle and trainer, Jeff Mayweather, offered a candid take that laid bare a troubling reality about modern boxing. He described the fight announcement as both bittersweet and, frankly, somewhat depressing. Instead of spotlighting rising stars like Shakur Stevenson or Ryan Garcia, the sport continues to lean on two retired legends to draw mainstream attention. Jeff didn't hold back on Manny either, noting that Pacquiao appeared far diminished in his recent bout against Mario Barrios. Watching these once dominant fighters pulled back into the spotlight underscores a promotional system that prioritizes nostalgia and past fame over current talent and achievement.
And Pacquiao can make more money than these young fighters out here today.
Yeah, but Pacquiao did so well with Barrios that's fighting tonight, right? He did so good.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is this. I'm not talking about the fight with Barrios or anything like that. It's just the fact that these two guys have been, I mean, they are still two of the biggest stars in boxing, and they haven't done nothing in years.
Exactly.
You know, and I mean, to be honest, that's sad. That's really sad that you need Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao to fight to have a super fight again.
Exactly.
You know, and I mean, and there's so many good, young, talented fighters out here today, but they don't have the same value as these two.
Exactly. How does a fight with Pacquiao and Mayweather play out in the rematch right now if they were to fight this year? Is it the same or?
I think it's gonna be the same no matter what. I mean,
Pacquiao just had a real fight right now. Floyd will be going to another exhibition, right? Pacquiao will be, you know, he went to war with Barrios. A lot of people felt that he beat Barrios.
I didn't think he beat him.
Pacquiao?
I didn't think he beat him. I thought that Barrios won the fight. I thought that it was a boring fight. I mean, and I didn't see not one inkling of the Pacquiao that I seen before. And so I don't think if Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fight, it'll be the exact same thing. I don't see nothing about Pacquiao that was special in fighting Barrios. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the fight was close, but the fight was so fucking boring. It didn't matter who won.
If you believe Floyd is treating this casually, think again. Leaked clips already show the 49-year-old pushing himself relentlessly in the gym.
Right hand hook. Again. Hook right hand. Slide and drop. Punch it, wait till you help me go. Drop, drop. Walk it, walk it, walk it. Pitch it. Pitch it. Six. Watch it. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance. Pitch it.
The buzz is exploding across social media. Instagram Reels are flooding feeds with side-by-side footage showing Mayweather's intense jump rope workouts contrasted with Pacquiao's most recent ring performances. Floyd's commitment to serious comeback training makes it clear this isn't some casual exhibition. He's gearing up for a full-scale battle. Viewers are scrutinizing every frame of these leaked clips, trying to determine whether his feigned hand speed remains sharp or if H has finally caught up with the defensive genius.
These new guys have quenched our thirst anyway. None of these new guys have truly overwhelmed us with their performances like Manny Pacquiao and pretty boy Money Made Floyd Mayweather. Let's be real, let's be honest. Has Shakur Stevenson, shout out to Shakur Stevenson, full division world champion, have he quenched our thirst? Yeah, great wins, but has he give you a performance? Floyd Mayweather versus Gotti, Floyd Mayweather versus Corrales, Manny Pacquiao versus Cotto, Manny Pacquiao versus Margarito, Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez. Not the one that he got knocked out, but the other ones, you understand what I'm talking about, right? Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Tom Thurman. Has they quenched our thirst? Devin Haney of three division champion. Teofimo Lopez, who has some great victory versus Vasily Lomachenko versus Josh Taylor, but he didn't TKO him. He ain't knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Great wins. But nobody has yet to overwhelm us quite like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Thus, we still strive for those fighters who actually captivated the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans. Whether Floyd Mayweather, his wins, or the way that he promotes, still better.
Even with all the talk about their advancing years, the threat inside the ring remains very real. This is an official professional fight, and elite boxers don't simply lose their power or their strategic instincts. Analyst and pro fighter Rolly Romero laid out the tactical challenge facing Manny, warning that the bout will resemble a high-speed chess match, one where Floyd may hold a dangerous edge. Rolly explained that if Mayweather decides to aggressively attack Pacquiao's body from the opening bell, it could inflict serious damage. Floyd already knows the formula to defeat Manny, and without Pacquiao's trademark footwork to evade punishment, a focused body attack could easily set the stage for a devastating stoppage in the later rounds.
The announcement that's come today, official now, Floyd Mayweather returns to the ring against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch. What do you think about that fight?
I don't think anyone was expecting that, was they? Seems like things can happen very quickly. Nobody knows what happens in boxing. Anything can happen at any given moment. Like I said, boxing is a very, very complex sport.
You were, was it correct that you were in talks with Manny Pacquiao at one point? How far did they get?
I mean, you didn't see Sean Gibbons then call me out like I don't know how many times, all that stuff, right? It just, it's complicated, you know. But I mean, he needed to come back to boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear as day that that Pacquiao needed the boxing.
Why do you think that it is?
I don't know. I think he was trying to prove something, you know. Maybe he might be trying to prove something. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know truly why people do things that they do, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that defeat to Floyd really holds on Manny's mind after all these years?
The
defeat to Floyd, do you think it holds a place in Manny's mind after all these years?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, regardless of everything, Floyd's gonna beat him again. Floyd's gonna beat him again.
Manny's maintained over the years that one of the reasons why he wasn't able to get the victory over Floyd is because of his
Yeah, but people that have real torn shoulders, they can't lift up their hands after a fight. So, you know, same way, you know, Ryan Garcia said that his hand was broken with me, but the week of the fight, you see him hitting the bag acting like he's me. Does that sound like somebody that their hand's broken? So people make up whatever excuse that they got when they lose.
If from what you've seen of Manny Pacquiao in the time elapsed from that fight with Floyd, is there anything you think Floyd has to watch out for? Do you think Manny maintains what he was back from the first fight?
I mean, dude, he already figured him out. Don't really change. Like I said, you know, not every boxer is like an Eevee, you know, that can adapt to the environment that they are in. So, yeah.
While traditionalists argue over whether the matchup is appropriate, the business side of boxing is reveling in a huge win. Jake Paul quickly took to social media to celebrate the spectacle, commending how platforms like Netflix and DAZN are breaking the old monopolies of network television. His comments underline a major shift in how fans engage with combat sports. Success is no longer measured by divisional logic, but by the sheer magnitude of the event. Streaming services have recognized that combining iconic fighters with groundbreaking venues like the Sphere is a masterstroke for capturing worldwide attention.
Kidding. I think I have Floyd Mayweather winning, and then here's my shot from half court, having to wind up fighting Terrence Crawford somehow, some way, on some platform. Yeah, that's my early prediction on this fight. There's people that talk to me in boxing that I really respect who say, Manny Pacquiao will never beat Floyd Mayweather at any age they fight. I will say though, even though I'm almost different. They have to find a way to make. I'll hold back a little bit. They have to pave a way for Mayweather and Crawford somehow. And I think here's the thing though. In spite of that prediction, the last thing to go is supposed to be in boxing of yesteryear that was held as traditional cliches that always worked pretty much for 100 years. The last thing to go is the power. And the first thing to go are the legs. You would think advantage Manny Pacquiao. But to use another cliche that has developed in all of sports in the last 15 or 20 years, today with modern medicine and modern strength and conditioning techniques, that those rules don't apply the way they once did. And I saw that in Manny Pacquiao's fight with Mario Barrios. Manny Pacquiao in any other era, a fighter that relies a huge chunk of his game on his athleticism, his speed, his ability to dart in and out. He was able to still do that, particularly at age 46, pretty good against Mario Barrios, to the point where if anybody won that fight, he did no worse than a draw. He won it. So the rules that would have applied before about Floyd's athleticism being gone and Manny's athleticism gone, maybe not really in the modern era. So
We're on the edge of what could be the strangest and most compelling boxing event of the decade. Manny Pacquiao is putting his long-term well-being at risk for one last shot at erasing the only mark on his otherwise legendary career. Floyd Mayweather is putting the most protected record in sports, his flawless 50-0, on the line before a global audience. This could turn into a brilliant tactical contest, or it could be a stark reminder of fading greatness. One thing is certain, when that first bell rings beneath the glowing dome of the Sphere, the world will pause. Are you watching to witness history, or are you bracing for a disaster? Share your thoughts. Do you think fans are in for a truly entertaining bout? Drop your opinions in the comments. That wraps up today's video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss new uploads. Don't forget to leave your thoughts below, and we'll see you in the next one.